lightweight contest up now at FightStar Championship 3. Aaron McDonnell in the white and red Venom shorts, taking on Dorian Baran in black and yellow. I'm Dave Leatherby, alongside me Jay Furness. Fantastic reception for Baran, Jay. He's got a huge crowd support behind us.
Yeah, he's got a huge following, and he's from Doncaster. We're in Halifax. That's not exactly next door, but he's brought a lot of fans with him. Got a tough fight though. You know, all the guys fighting out of the Predators are always going to be well versed and well rounded. McDonnell no different. Looking to counter with that straight left from the southpaw stance, always dangerous. Baran's a good grappler, he'll want this on the mat. I think he got caught with a left on the way in. McDonnell looking for a guillotine. And he might have it there.
They're risky to go for that leg still, Jay, but pays off for him and gets the takedown just about.
Out to the back is Baran. I mean, it wasn't a textbook way to finish a single leg, but he made it work, and now this is where he wants to be. He's got the fight on the ground, he's got both hooks in. He can try and work for the finish.
Maybe looking for the arm.
McDonnell's done well to reverse that position and land on top, but Baran does have a tricky guard.
Good work from Aaron McDonnell.
Looking for a triangle there is Baran. Switch to the armbar. And they're in a sticky position. Baran trying to extend that arm, looking for the finish.
He can't hop all the way over, Jay, of course, because the cage is in the way there. Difficult spot.
Got some more on photographer using a flash right next to him. McDonnell on top now, looking to lay down the punches. And if he can get past the guard, he'll be a lot safer, because as we've seen, Baran is very threatening from inside the closed guard there. Big left hand on the way in from McDonnell.
Yeah, McDonnell certainly looks the more physically imposing, Jay, doesn't he? Looks to have the heavier hands. Baran perhaps the trickier grappler.
And it almost came out to the back from that position, but he's eating some heavy ground and pound. Baran just surviving using his guard game, but McDonnell's all over him with punches.
Always the danger, Jay, when you go inverted and work these tricky types of guards, that you're gonna ship shots.
Yeah, and you know, you can have the best guard in the world in the gi, but if someone's punching your head in, it makes things a whole lot different.
Yeah.
And these punches are coming non-stop from McDonnell. Baran's tough and he's using his guard well, but McDonnell's just non-stop.
Yeah, referee Neil Hall taking extremely close look at this. He throws up the triangle late on.
10 seconds left in the round, and Baran will be well served to just see this out. But he's still looking for the submission, Dave. He's not out of this fight yet.
Dorian Baran, though, showing a tricky guard, threatening with submissions at times, but clearly hurt at points in that round. Will be interesting to see if he's recovered.
And a big straight left comes, and Baran's hurt already in the second round. McDonnell's swarming him. He senses blood, and I think the first round's taken a lot out of Dorian Baran there.
Yeah, good work from McDonnell, Jay, to just try and capitalise on the condition of his opponent, because Baran, he's clearly hurt, and that's extremely telegraphed.
Yeah, he was totally on the back foot, you know, not really wanting to engage from there. He shot from way out, and there was no way he's going to finish that takedown. And McDonnell is on top, he's past the guard, and he's got a lot of time to work.
Yeah, unfortunately for Baran, often the best form of defence is to attack, but now he's just a bit too nervous in those stand-up exchanges. As you say, very telegraphed takedown. And now we're back in this familiar spot in this fight with Aaron McDonnell on top. He's hurt his man, and he's got a lot of time to work here, Jay.
Yeah, not the best place to lay down punches. Also, these guys are amateurs, so no elbows. McDonnell did a lot of damage with punches from inside the guard and the half guard of Baran. But this is not the best place to do that, but obviously there are a lot of other options. But without the elbows, it's more going to be looking for a submission, you'd think, for McDonnell from this position. He might have a key lock on the far side. And he looks to have it locked up. He needs to bring the elbow to the hip to try and finish it. With the elbow up high like that, there's not as much tension in it. Baran might be able to come out, but yeah, he lets go of the figure four, but he's still on top, and Is Baran out of ideas at this point?
Yeah, as we say that, he's just trying to turn up, tie up his legs and work some sort of reverse triangle maybe, but McDonnell back, flattened his man out now. As you mentioned, Jay, the one good thing from Baran's point of view is he's not shipping too much damage here inside control, so if he can recover, it's going to be now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's not eating too many big shots. There was a couple of knees to the body there, but it's just survival mode, I think, for Baran at the moment. Being warned by the referee for toes in the cage. Obviously, you can push off the cage, but not grab it. And Baran gets on top, and he's out to the back. If Baran could get to the back and get a finish here, that would be unbelievable. And he's got the body triangle on, so he's got McDonnell locked up nice and tight.
Yeah, what a fantastic turnaround this would be. Baran looked finished, Jay. We mentioned he might be out of ideas, and here he is with McDonnell's back now. Unbelievable.
What I wonder is whether he's going to have the strength to be able to finish. He's not going to finish now, 10 seconds left. I don't think he's got it in him left in the tank to get the finish from there, but you know, he's shown that he's not out of the fight just yet.
Yeah, it certainly has. And although I'm pretty sure he would have lost that round anyway, Jay, because there was a lot of time. Oh, and that's been a point taken off from referee Neil Hall for grabbing the fence. I did see him warn him, Jay, in between the first round. He's extremely experienced UFC level official, Neil Hall. He gave him a warning in between rounds. He's not heeded it, grabbed the fence again. So he's probably looking at being 3 points down effectively now, Jay, because I think he shipped the first round obviously as well. Probably lost that second and had a point deducted, which would make it a 10-8, which, you know, just... Well, I guess from one point of view, Jay, it doesn't really turn around the situation. Baran needs a finish at this point, regardless of that point being taken off. So he knows what he's got to do. He's got the jiu-jitsu game to do it. It's just whether he's recovered enough. Third and final round underway between Aaron McDonnell and Dorian Baran.
Yeah, it's got to be all to lose now for McDonnell. He's 2 rounds up. Baran had a point taken as well. You know, he's 3 points in front. A 10-7 round is nigh on impossible. And so Baran just needs a finish. And whether he's got the gas in the tank to get it is a whole different question.
I'd call him up here now if I was McDonnell, Jay.
Yeah, the danger from Baran is from inside the guard. And rightly, they're back on the feet. Looks for a takedown again, but a bit sloppy, leaves his neck in. And he'll be happy, you know. Yeah. He didn't really shoot like for the legs with any venom, and as soon as McDonnell sprawled, he pulled the guard. He'll be happy to work from this position. But now they're sweaty, you know, it's slippy. It's really hard to get anything from the guard at this point in a fight.
Yeah, it certainly is, but the other option is to stand on the feet with McDonnell, and Baran clearly not in a condition to do that now, Jay, is he? As you mentioned, he's going to be very happy to just try and play the guard game here.
I think he'll be happy to reach the end of the fight, you know, not being stopped, to be honest. He's done well, you know, he's tough. He's a tough young lad. But McDonnell's just been too strong on top. He's landed the better shots, and he's not let Baran get anywhere near this finish for the submissions.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. When Baran has threatened with submissions, i.e. taking McDonnell's back, he's still not been too close to anything that looked fight ending. It's been a consummate performance thus far from Aaron McDonnell. Referee Neil Hall stands the fighters up.
I don't think McDonnell will be too disappointed with that stand-up.
No, certainly not. Just looks way more mobile. Baran just found it hard to recover since that first round, Jay, hasn't he?
Yeah, and McDonnell's never let him up, to be fair, to his credit. You know, he could have slowed down, but he's kept up the pace, and you can tell, you know, Baran just not as mobile as on his feet. Not really able to land anything significant on the feet, and that straight left again. I think Baran just looking for that shot again. Gets a takedown, but is he going to have the time to do anything with it? And is it going to be, well, it's not going to be enough to win a fight on the scorecards given the amount he's down. He needs a finish, and he just needs to go for broke. He's got absolutely nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, you have to say though, Jay, regardless of the result, fantastic heart from Baran to get that takedown. But as we mentioned, as a 10-second clapper goes, it's probably not going to be enough. Well, it's certainly not going to be enough here. Couple of rounds down, a point taken away. Valiant effort from Dorian Baran, but surely, as we pass over to the MC and our judges' verdict, we're looking at a unanimous decision victory in the favour of Aaron McDonnell. Fantastic performance.